Well, here's an interesting tidbit of information for you. Just in the first 7 days of the month of July, we're just under 0.64 inches under the average rainfall for the month of July, and we still have 3 weeks to go. So hopefully we'll be above average, which is much needed for our area and for the ground itself. Here's a look at our Skywatch storm tracker. Speaking of that rainfall, we've got a chance for some scattered showers today and into the afternoon hours, none of which will be strong or severe at any point. Maybe some sprinkles here and there. Taking a closer look, it's often to our further western counties around the 8th Center, Fredonia, Howard, and even in the Sedan and Independence area. You guys are seeing those spotty showers and storms begin to ramp up into the area, but as they're pushing off to the east, basically after they pass the I-35 and eastward, that's where they're starting to decay quite a bit, and we're going to continue to see that into the afternoon hours before we see our next round of some isolated showers and storms into tonight. Here's a look at our drought monitor. We're still seeing those extreme ranges across the board. A look in Joplin and Carthage. We're seeing some moderate to severe areas, but over off to our west, Howard and Sedan, in that exceptional range. That is the highest it could get. That's all the way extending over by Wichita. So in a large area in Kansas, we're seeing those drier conditions. And when they stay this dry, it's actually really interesting to see the rainfall. If we see heavy rainfall immediately, sometimes it will cause a lot of flooding issues because it's harder to absorb if it's dry enough. And those are sometimes the cases that we're seeing. And we did see a couple of aerial flood warnings associated with that storm off to our west because of that earlier this morning. Now, temperatures right now hanging around into the 80s, lower 80s, and then into the 70s off to our west, where the folks out to the west have seen that rainfall. Sedan sitting at 77, Welch 83 degrees, Pittsburgh 83, Stockton, you're at 85, so just a hair warmer than the rest of the folks out there. Planning out your day, you're going to see temperatures rise up into the upper 80s. We've got 87 for our high today, so not as warm as what we saw last week in those triple-digit temperatures. So we'll see a break from those hotter temperatures until we head into later on next week. Here's your evening. We'll see temperatures dip down into the 60s. This is where those storm chances will begin to fire up around 10 p.m. on. So it might be a late night for a lot of folks, especially in the southern areas. Here's a look at our severe storm risk. This entire green area is a level 1 out of 5, and then the yellow area a little further south is a level 2 out of 5. Here are all modes possible, but very slight on that note. So timing 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. So an overnight, a very nocturnal event of storms. Some could be strong, some could be severe. That severe chance is pretty slight for the most part. Here's a look at your future track. We'll see some scattered showers and storms into the afternoon, basically the remnants of that large storm system that we see live on the Skywatch radar. And then into this evening, we'll see temperatures lower 80s, upper 70s, but then that's really when those storms will begin to ramp up, especially in northeastern Oklahoma and northwestern Arkansas. That's when it's going to be most prominent, a little further south, and then that'll push out by Saturday morning. We'll see some straggling storms, just remnants of that storm left over for the rest of our folks. And then Sunday morning, you could wake up to a couple of showers and storms as well. So an eventful weekend in terms of rainfall, but much needed rainfall for the most part. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. We've got precipitation the next 3 days. Monday we'll see a little bit of a break, but then those temperatures will begin to ramp up at the end of next week, Thursday and Friday. We're looking at 99 degrees for both days, and honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we hit triple digits again, unfortunately.
I'm thinking back a week ago, yesterday and today, when we were over 100 degrees each day, not even with the heat index, and I'm loving this 87.
Right.
Loving it. Tomorrow, this weekend, it's going to be great.
It's going to be amazing, so we'll take it while we can until we get into those upper 90s.
Maybe we can have something happen before then.
Yes, let's hope there's some sort of change.
All right, thank you so much, Chloe.
Of course.
Well, stick around. We're making a darn good corn salad after the break.